This is the Tuppercube, which is a project I've had for about 5 years, but I've just refreshed it and I thought I'd put it online to see if it's of use for anyone else. So it's to go with my arcade table which I built, which outputs to the table, to the TV, and also to a pop-up pinball one on the side. Now, one of the issues that I've had with this is if, for example, you previously had it set to come on the TV, but you don't have that TV turned on when you boot up the computer, it's a bit of a faff to have to turn it on, go over to it, and then toggle it over to the table and then turn it back. So what I've done is I've put in 3 toggle switches here, which are for the 3 separate screens. So for at the moment we have them both set down now to make it extend like that. You can also launch apps based on the other toggle switches. So Notepad, for example, if you wanted to boot that, have it come up. Now the reason why that's useful is originally without an SSD it took about 5 minutes for the table to boot. Now what you want it to do is to boot and then start playing arcade games, or boot and then start playing Cody or XBMC. So what I've done is, if we turn the computer back on, but we toggle the switches that we want it to do, so if we want it to just be on the TV when it boots up, and we want it to start playing a video from YouTube, a music video, then we can set it like that, and now we can just leave it. Now you can set it up with arcade, for example, and just leave it in place like that, so every time you turn it on it'll boot straight up into the arcade. This is the original Tuppercube, which was built into a Tupperware box, and originally it was just wired into a USB gamepad, but this one now uses the Minimus AVR, which is a little microcontroller rather, with GPIO pins along the side. Each of those are just wired into a toggle switch, and then it's running open source software CADE. So now it comes on, it toggles it across to the TV, and it should load a YouTube video there. So the 5 paths for the 5 different apps are just within the autohotkey script. You can change it either to put in a web address or to put in like a path to an exe, and it'll run it like that. That's all configurable from there, and if you wired it differently and had different button numbers for the pad, you can also change that within the autohotkey script. So I'll put the autohotkey script up for download and let me know if it's useful. Thanks.